Hi everyone, Keith Arkman Farms here. Decided to try something different today and go live because I don't have anything prepared. It's the end of the year. It's actually New Year's Eve. And I just wanted to, first of all, thank everybody for a great 2021 season. And I hope to see y'all next year. But for today, I mean, we got a cold snap coming. It's going to get down to like negative like 3 over the next 24 hours to 48 hours. And the high's going to be 18 one of the days. So, needless to say, I've got a whole ton of lettuce here. I need to get out of here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and harvest all the leaf lettuce here, all the leaf lettuce there, and I'll come back over and work on the heads. So here we go. Okay, just like that, 9.5 pounds of lettuce. Real quick, was that maybe 5 minutes? So I'm gonna keep moving on. Get this bed harvested out. I can already tell I've got, that one had something missing down the middle of the row there. So I've got at least, probably pulling about 1.5 pounds per foot. So what that tells me is I've got 20 foot, so there's 30 pounds. I'm gonna need more containers. So what that tells me more than anything. But for the time being, I'm gonna fill what I got. And we'll go over here to the heads. I am taking weights before and after. Most of my containers are the same. I just like to make sure. Looks like most of them are about 5 pounds. So there's 10.5 pounds right there, and that took, you know, about 5 minutes again. This stuff's actually so big and so tall, I'm actually having to cut it high. Typically, I cut it all the way down to the stump. I won't cut one up right now, but usually, you know, leave about that much. Right now, I'm leaving like that much because it's getting really stringy looking. And the yield's a lot higher than I was anticipating. I can tell right now, just by the amount that I'm not moving down that bed. It does look like I'm going to hit that 2 pound a foot mark. It's funny, all these totes are the same, but they all weigh a little bit different. 11 pounds. Packing them in tighter every time. Same thing. So that puts us up to 21 pounds of lettuce. No, 31 pounds of lettuce. In all of, I'm looking closer here to see, yeah, about 5 minutes of tote. So that put me at roughly 20 pounds. No, 20 times 10, 200 pounds an hour. That beats a mechanical harvester. But I'd be wore out after that. There's another about 10. So that was really purple. That looks really nice there. So that's 41 pounds of lettuce harvested in all of 21 minutes. Now I can already tell I'm gonna be running out of totes. So I grabbed my produce bags. I'm gonna show you how I harvest out the head lettuces and pack them for different deliveries. So with these I'm just going, let me get on screen somewhere. Right there? Yeah. We'll just go up underneath it. Cut it at its base. And then we're just looking for a little bit of bad leaves, a little bit of browning, a second cut. Want to get as much of the crud out of there as possible, especially if these sit for any period of time. Then I go inside of the bag, grab the head, so I can kind of get around it, pull the bag inside out around it. Which is easier with the regular size ones, but these green leaf have gotten huge. And it makes a nice little lettuce bag. It makes them easier to store that way too, because I'll go and kind of get the air out of them, seal them off, and that way they go into the bags easier, especially for doing hubs and things like that where you quickly got to slide stuff into bags. It makes it a lot easier. So I guess I'm just going to work my way down this row right here. Start packaging these things out. And again, the reason that I'm pulling all these right now instead of leaving them in the ground like I typically would, it's because of the nasty cold snap we have coming. In the next 48 hours, we're going to have temperatures in the negatives Fahrenheit, which is well below zero. And one day where the high is going to be 18, which again is about 18 degrees below freezing. So that is not a good combination for lettuce, especially mature lettuce like this. I mean, all this stuff's hardened off. That's why it's doing so good in the field. But it will not make it through that kind of snap. Some of the younger teen and juvenile age lettuces will make it just fine. But any of the fully mature, large heads will get major damage. I don't know how well you can see, but when I was down the end of this tunnel harvesting the leaf lettuce, I was looking at the end of the bundles and sometimes pinching stuff off the tops of them. And that was actually frost damage I had when I left one of the end walls up just a little bit on the end of the caterpillar tunnel. So everywhere where that cold air flowed through, it burnt the tops. Like the whole bottom of the tunnel down there, I'm not even sure if I can harvest it or not because it got so burnt. But I'll have to check when I get down there. I'm probably just going to leave that frost blanket down there like that to protect what's left out there. And that way I don't have to worry about it. At least today, because I mean, it's already damaged. It's going to take excess time to harvest and clean. The majority of it is damaged all the way around. It might not even be worth harvesting. I mean, I hate to see it go to waste, but also we're at the start of the new year now. I've got a whole nother greenhouse we haven't even gone into. So we've got quite a bit of lettuce still in supply around here. Now I'm starting to have to wash some of these heads. We have just started to see aphids come into this house. And it didn't happen until I partially frosted a bunch of that stuff by leaving the side curtain open. So I was doing great until I got stressed. And then when I got stressed, the aphids decided to attack. So far, it's only been spotty that I've seen them. It has not been a full onslaught. Like we typically have when we have aphids come in. Could be the year, could be the practices, could also just be the soil health. I've finally gotten it to where I want it to be. Or I've gotten the beneficial insects enough around here to where they're getting wiped out. I know I did see a bunch of ladybugs still hiding underneath the spinach out in the field. Not sure if they're alive or not, but they were definitely there. I do wish these bags were a little easier to open. I mean, like, look at that monster right there. That thing is literally the size of my head. And it keeps falling apart, and it's still the size of my head. And getting it in here is going to be another challenge. There we go. Yeah, I mean, for a farmer's market, that actually looks pretty darn nice. Keep them more compact. Might have to think about that for next year. Of course, we're not doing as many heads next year either. Come to find that the market is not that strong, at least in our area. I think it has something to do with the price point of the heads. You can't just see what you get. I mean, you can't determine how many salads you're going to get out of that one head of lettuce. Where the bags of leaf mix, you pretty much see you've got 2 to 4 salads depending on how big a salad you get. And they're the same price. Yeah, this is crazy. They can get bigger down here. Look at that. That is huge. So, well, I'm not going to bore y'all any longer with sitting out here harvesting lettuce continuously and then trying to squeeze it in little tiny bags. So, Hope y'all like what you saw today. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also thank you for all the support over the season this year, and I'll see y'all in 2021. Thank y'all. Oh no, 2022. Thank y'all. Have a good day.